Hello, friends. Welcome to Story Behind Podcast. This is the show for people who love hearing a good story and who believe the world could use more positivity. We're the team behind GodUpdates and God2, and we hope these weekly short stories will brighten your day.
Parents hope to save others from dangerous trend after 13-year-old's tragic chroming death. Written by Adam Staten, read by Adam Staten. Two parents in Australia are speaking out about the dangers of chroming after the death of their 13-year-old daughter. Social media's presence is pervasive and ever-growing in society. With a simple click of an icon on an iPhone or Android, people can be on Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Those sites, filled with the latest news, gossip, and trends, literally rest in the palm of our hands. As helpful as those sites can be, to impressionable young people hoping to accumulate likes, followers, and retweets, they can be deadly. For one young woman, 13-year-old Ezra Haynes, trying a dangerous and growing social media trend resulted in her death. The young woman was at a sleepover when she tried chroming, which is inhaling chemicals from an aerosol can to get high. Paul and Andrea Haynes recall the moment that they received the devastating notification about their child. To get this call, that time at night was one of them calls that no parent ever wants to receive, Paul said. And we, unfortunately, got that call. Come and get your daughter, he said. After inhaling deodorant from an aerosol can, the teenager experienced cardiac arrest. Ezra was rushed to the hospital in an unresponsive state. Doctors informed the family her brain was damaged beyond repair 8 days later. Her family made the heart-wrenching decision to say goodbye, opting not to keep her alive using medical devices. However, as grief-stricken as the family is over the loss of their daughter and sister, Ezra's parents are speaking out. They want others to be aware of the dangers associated with chroming. Kids don't look beyond the next day, Paul said. They really don't, and especially not knowing how it can affect them. Ezra would have never done this if she would have known the consequences. The family now hopes that every child will be taught CPR at school. Also, they want deodorant cans augmented to make them less dangerous. To me, that's a pistol sitting on a shelf, Paul said. We need the manufacturers to step up and really change the formulation or the propellants. Ezra's parents are now on a mission following the loss of their daughter. They have some things they are seeking to change and accomplish. Her name meant helper, so that's what we're here to do, Paul said. Once aerosols have been changed, and I think once the first aid training has been implemented nationally, through every school, and that every child is trained every 2 years, Paul said. He also added they want social media sites to monitor their platforms more closely. And also, we would like, I know it's a harder push, but the social media to really lock down on loopholes these kids can get onto there and being shown adult content, he said. May the God of peace and comfort be with these parents and this family during this time of grief and loss. But don't forget to be doing good and sharing, for with such sacrifices, God is well pleased. Hebrews 13:16. Not only did he graduate college at 12 years old, but Clovis Hung earned 5 degrees too. Written by Adam Staten, read by Adam Staten. One young man, Clovis Hung, who is not even old enough to drive, graduated from a college in California with a handful of degrees. Obtaining a college diploma is a massive accomplishment for anyone and everyone, regardless of the field of study. Anyone who puts in the time, effort, late nights, and early mornings that a college degree requires deserves a pat on the back. That degree is often the first step in what is, hopefully, a successful professional career. Like many across the country, Clovis Hung recently participated in a graduation ceremony and walked across the stage to accept his diploma. However, unlike most people, Clovis graduated from Fullerton College, a community college in California, at just 12 years old. He earned 5 degrees, starting at the Institution of Higher Learning at just 7 years old. I feel really proud of what I've accomplished so far, the young man said of his incredible accomplishment. At just 12 years old, Clovis is now the youngest person to ever graduate from the Southern California school. During his May 20th graduation ceremony, Clovis picked up associate's degrees in history, social sciences, social behavior and self-development, arts and human expression, and science and mathematics. Additionally, the young man graduated with a near-perfect GPA. Clovis received a B in a history class, which dropped him to a 3.92. However, he admits the history class wasn't harder than other courses. Instead, he puts the blame for his B grade on the instructor. The professor was a little bit, I would say, uncooperative, Clovis said. But just because Clovis graduated from Fullerton College, that doesn't mean he'll never return to campus. In fact, the 12-year-old college graduate plans to return to the community college for one more year. According to Yahoo, he wants to pick up yet another associate's degree. This one will be in autonomous systems development. After obtaining what would be his 6th degree, Clovis is off to either Stanford or the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. As for what he hopes to do after school, Clovis, who does not lack confidence in himself, wants to head into space and possibly go to Mars. The college graduate also hopes to meet the chief executive officer of Tesla someday. In the future, I would like to either discover something new or meet famous people, like Elon Musk, Clovis said. I'm a very smart kid, and he's a very smart person, so smart people talk to smart people. Wisdom keeps a man from danger, even as money does. But the value of knowledge is that wisdom gives life to its owner. Ecclesiastes 7:12.
Thank you so much for listening to Story Behind Podcast. We're really glad you joined us for this week's story. To see photos and videos that may have been referenced in this episode, check out the links in the show notes. And if you enjoyed what you heard today, subscribe to our podcast, and please tell a friend about us. We'd also love it if you'd rate us and leave us a review. It really does help more people find us. Story Behind is a Salem Web Network production.